Hello, Halos. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? We are joined once again by Drew for patch 13.24 notes. What's up, Drew?
Hey, what's going on? Last patch notes of the entire season 13.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they said they might be doing a 13.24b, um, kind of in
My
between,
God.
but I think it's officially the big patch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or not big, I guess, but just the last one. Sorry, this one was a little bit delayed, but we just had a lot of stuff going on this week. It's all good. Um,
We no, actually we knew we have inside source and we knew that a mid patch update was coming, so
exactly. Yeah.
we
So
we wanted to delay so we could get you the true
we waited.
the
Yeah,
true
exactly.
the true update. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Okay. And they got some like arena adjustments as well, but I just wanted to really quickly well, I guess we'll just start with the thing. We can kind of go back to this later because we're probably
Yeah.
going to be doing an arena patch notes. I think if we have some time, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they did some Blue Essence Emporium stuff here. I'm not really gonna read through that. It looks like some technical issues or something. And then there's some Hui adjustments, but I don't even know any of his abilities really. So yeah.
Yep.
This is the patch highlights. If you are interested in any of that stuff, got some cool skins coming out as well, and all the Winter Blast stuff, and Camille Prestige for some reason out of all the skins.
Interesting.
Guess they
Okay.
wanted her to have one. That's cool. But yeah, first up we got cast at max range toggle. So now you can cast at the max range if you want to for whatever champs. Just go into settings, options, game, clamp cast, target location, then max range. And so now you can toggle this. This is something people have been asking for literally years.
Yeah,
Um,
forever.
yeah, pretty much forever. And I know that they've. I'm hoping what this means is, which I don't think it is what this means is because they've done this for some champions already, um, but not like all of the champions. So like before this change. So what I'm saying is like I think Nasus will still walk to the edge of like to wherever you cast it, and he
Yep.
will throw his E like outside of the indicator, right? But like some champions, like I think Syndra, or maybe not Syndra, but certain champions will actually like just cast it at the very edge. Um, so I'm hoping what they do is they change every champion to not cast at the edge, so then you can toggle this if you want to cast at the edge. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of wonky, and some champions are going to
Yeah.
suffer from it. But overall, this is really good. I like it. So
Yeah.
have
Not
not
bad.
used it
Let's
yet,
get it.
but I'm sure it'll be useful. I feel like would it be useful in Seraphine's queue or not really,
Um,
or does
would
it
it be
already cast
useful?
at max?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much always just cast at max. So
Okay. So you don't have to like walk
yeah.
a little bit if you cast it outside.
No, I don't believe so. Not that
Okay.
I've ever noticed.
Cool. So yeah, she's already been updated for that again. But anyways, we got Hui is released. You got the abilities rundown. I might do something about that because I still haven't checked them out yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just go into game and kind of test them out a little bit, like I do with every other champion.
Yep. That's
But
the way.
yeah, hit us off with Azir.
All right, let's see. Azir, they're just buffing. Nice little buff. His W. So it's going from 2 to 77 scaling damage. Um, up to 2 to 77 damage. It looks like they're increasing the level up damage
Yep. Just by a
just
little bit.
ever so slightly, and then it kind of gets a little bit more significant. So, um, yeah, just a little bit more damage on his W. I think I'm trying to think what he mainly uses W for, and I think it's
Well, it's the soldiers, I think, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like on hit damage for the soldiers, pretty basically, sort of.
Yes. So I think this is like should feel pretty good in lane. But maybe team fights too when you get a couple soldiers out. So yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of small, but
yeah. I always try and think like it's small, but if it has to do with the soldiers, you got to think he could potentially have what like three of them. So
yeah, that's true.
I
They can
guess it
triple
like
the damage as
yeah,
well
yeah.
as
So
looks like it
yep,
was something they nerfed back in 1323 as well. So
Yep.
They're just kind of giving it back.
So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's nice.
Yeah, I don't really have any problem with this. It's fine. Brahms up next got base mana regeneration going from 6 to 7. So he's going to be able to cast a little bit more often. Not very much, but a tiny bit. Um, our Glacial Fissure, also minimum knockup duration is going from 0.3 seconds to 0.6 seconds. So the minimum knockup duration is twice as long now, a little over half a second. And then secondary target knockup duration is the same thing, zero point 0.3 to 0.6. So it
Yep,
looks
yep,
like anything in the path is going to be knocked up the same amount.
yep.
That's
It's
interesting.
yeah, I think it's like a nice. I don't think it's like gonna make him like crazy busted, but it's yeah, it's you always take more CC duration. Any little bit you can get.
Yeah, that's interesting. So does this mean that like his max? This doesn't mean his max rank, right? Like his max, sorry, like range knockup is less now, right? This is just talking about like the
Um,
middle area maybe or something.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
Like who gets knocked up in the middle bit of it. Yeah.
okay, gotcha. I was gonna say because I thought it was like 2.5 second knockup at the max range. That's kind of a huge nerf if it wasn't, but no, that's not the right thing.
No. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, hit us with the Briar.
Oh God. Okay. Briar here. What do we got? Base armor is going down by 2. Attack speed ratio is going up by a little bit, just a
Nice.
little tiny bit. Then we've got changes on basically all her abilities. So her Q damage is up. Um, is it up or is it down? Hold on.
It's
Her Q
down a
damage
little
is
bit.
down. Her Q damage is down by it's kind of significant at
0.5,
higher
10, 15,
ranks.
20. Yeah.
Yeah, like it gets more and more significant as you go. Her W bonus attack speed is down as well. So a little bit of a nerf on that. Her E damage reduction is down, so she'll be less tanky when she's knocking people back, channeling that. And
Hmm.
the healing is also down. And that's a percent of max health, so that can be significant once she gets a couple items under her belt. And then what are they doing to her alt? This one is actually 50% bonus AD instead of 75. And then 110% AP is up to 120% AP, and it's now magic damage. That's kind of interesting. So they changed her alt to scale with magic damage more, I
A little
guess.
bit. Yeah.
A little bit, like just by 10%. And then I guess they also, instead of it dealing physical damage, it's dealing magic
Yeah, so it's
damage.
like the similar
Yeah.
thing to remember when Aatrox was changed a little bit.
Hmm.
So it's like people were building a lot of lethality. This makes it so lethality doesn't work for her ult at least.
Yeah.
Because
Makes
magic
sense.
damage, yeah, exactly. You need magic pen even if it's scaled with AD, for it
Yep.
to deal like more of a lethality type of thing. And they nerfed the bonus AD ratio as well because a lot of people were going like full assassin or whatever, which is not really what they wanted her to go for. They wanted to go more bruisery, I think. So yeah, pretty good change. Did you have any other thoughts on this one?
Um, no, she's an interesting champion. She doesn't feel, I think maybe at our rank, she doesn't feel, I feel like she's either like really strong or she like ints. But I think it's kind of the nature of her kit.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
so it's hard for me to really get a read on if like a buff or a nerf is deserved. I think overall this will definitely make her weaker.
Yeah, for sure.
So if that's what they were going for, then I think they
This
should
explains why I
accomplish.
didn't do very well in Arena the other day. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly. The
Copium.
nerf. Yeah, exactly. They got it.
Yeah, overall I think it's fine. I don't think Lily Thoughty is a very healthy place for her to be as a champion overall, so I think that's fine. Pushing her
Yeah.
more in a bruiser way anyway. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is all decent. Um, but yeah, all right,
Nice.
we got Galio up next, your favorite
Ooh.
statue.
They've been buffing this guy like every other patch for like half a year at this point, it feels like.
Seems like it, yeah. got the old cooldown, I think it was, and some other stuff as well. And
Yep.
now it's got the Q cooldown is going from a total of 12 seconds, depending on rank, to 10 seconds, and it's now going to be 12 to 8. So you get whole 2 seconds at the very last rank. Of course, it gradually goes over time, but yeah, that's really nice. This is like his main wave clear. It's his main poke. This is like very big overall. I would say it's not like the hugest buff, but like um, even 2 seconds can be pretty
Yep.
substantial for him.
And you normally max Q first, I believe,
I
at least when I
think
play
unless you're going
Nebula.
like
So
support, which you usually go
yes.
W.
Yep. So I think you know, that cooldown buff that you mentioned, the 2 seconds, you'll get access to that pretty quickly most
Yeah,
games.
definitely help with his wave clear and stuff. But yeah, all right, cool. I like it.
Yep. Gragas, we've got a passive cooldown decreases with level. It looks like it used to be just a flat 12-second cooldown on its passive,
Yep,
and now a little bit of a buff here. So it kind of goes along with when your ultimate ranks up 1, 6, 11, 16.
yep,
But at those breakpoints, the cooldown gets lower. Um,
yep,
Kind
yep.
of significant if you look. I mean, this is the thing that gives him health back, I believe, is
Yes.
his passive. So, um, you kind of have to look at it that way. If he, I think this is probably significant for lane Gragas because, you'll hit level 6 and level 11 reasonably early, and this will help you sustain in lane more if your cooldown's lower on this.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially
Um,
that like first one, like the 10 second, that'll feel pretty good.
yeah, you'll definitely be hitting that a lot in lane. And then
Yep,
the
yep,
eight
yep.
one's gonna be pretty nice as well. But yeah, pretty nice for him to like be able to scale into late game a little bit better instead of having to wait for 12 seconds to
Yep.
heal again. But I wonder if this is I know we were seeing him a little bit in top lane. I wonder if the we'll see him in pro a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
jungle or top because of something like this. We'll have to see, but I think I'm okay with it
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. No, feels good.
Um, yeah, all right, we got some Ivern changes. Got base health going from 655 to 630, so losing about 15, I think. Wait, 20, 25? Something like that. Yeah, 25. Um, that's not really that crazy or anything. It's like half an auto attack. E trigger seed is going, the slow is going from, depending on rank, 50 to 70% was the old slow, and now it's going from 45 to 65%, so down by 5% on every rank on the slow. Just not huge, but definitely hits him a little bit there. Um, yeah, I don't think he needs really a lot of nerfs, but I know he can be pretty oppressive in some skill brackets, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that shield can be the slow especially can be pretty oppressive. So,
That's fair.
yeah, that feels fine, I guess.
All right.
I always
Cassandra.
get Kasante. I always
You
get this
do.
guy. Although this is like pretty tame considering
Yeah,
most
not
Kasante
every ability
changes.
this time.
Yeah. So his W mana cost is decreasing and his damage is increasing. So a buff, Kasante buff here. So you can see mana is actually down quite a bit. Is nice.
Yeah,
60 to 40.
it's 20, I think 20 every
Um
level.
yeah, 20 of it up. So that's really nice. That'll feel pretty good. Let him cast that more. And then the damage is all right, let's look at all these numbers here. So let's see. It's flat amount is the same. So really the change is going to be in the bonus armor and bonus magic resist, which they currently, I think they nerfed this recently, but they have it down to 30%, and then with the patch, it ups it to 50%. So he gets damage based on 50% of his bonus armor, 50% of his magic resistance. I think they tried to dial that back in a earlier patch, but yeah, it'll just mean he does a little bit more damage while still being able to build um, some resistances. So I think good little nerf. I don't know if you or good little buff. I don't know if you needed it, but yeah, Kasante players will certainly be happy.
Right, for sure. I don't think there's really any problem with it since it's not like straight up buffing him too
Yeah,
crazy or anything. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, just half of his armor and bonus magic resist also go into the damage. So there you go. I guess by Jack Show or something.
Yep, yep. That's yep.
Okay, Leona isn't the shining beam of light she once was. I guess. Her W Eclipse is getting some extra bonus armor, starting at rank 2, just the flat amount, going up by 10 at the max rank. And then bonus match resist is, I'm assuming, the exact same. Yep, exact same. So she's getting some extra resists on her W, so she's going to be even tankier. And then our Solar Flare is going up in damage, 50 level 1, 50 level 2, and 50 level 3. Just the flat damage, so 50 is not huge, but I mean, it's definitely nice for her. Um, she's gonna chunk you a little bit.
Yeah.
um,
This I've played a few games with these changes. The W change, while it might look not the biggest on paper, I definitely
it's decent.
notice it in lane. It feels pretty good. Because I don't know if this is the most common. I think it is, but I max W in
Yeah, I
lane.
think it's supposed to be max W. Yeah.
And I think that's what, yeah, I think that's the recommended way. So, you start to feel like in those like not the initial trade, but like once you start like those level 6 trades with your alt, you start to definitely notice you're a little bit more healthy in some of
Yeah,
those 2v2 trades and ganks.
definitely.
So, yeah, I actually think she feels pretty good after these changes.
Okay,
I've been liking it.
cool. Yeah, that's good to know. There's your resident support player. He's got the
Yep.
inside scoop.
There you go. Um, Lucian, not the biggest change here, just equal down, decreased.
Hmm.
But that's like his main what's it called? Form of
Skill
maneuverability.
expression.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, and skill expression too. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. So that's that's kind of like that cooldown being reduced even by a little bit, which I mean, it's not an insignificant reduction early on.
Yeah,
Will
three
feel pretty good.
seconds. Pretty nice.
So that's really nice because I don't believe I don't play Lucian, but I don't think you really put more than what like a point into this until later. I think so.
Yeah.
Dropping like a couple seconds off the initial rank on it is really big for him. I feel.
Yeah, and
I
it's really
think.
only early game, so it's not really affecting his late
Yep.
game at all. But
Yep.
I think it's pretty nice, especially at least the first two, maybe even three levels. I'd say pretty significant. And then you've also got to figure out that his passive also reduces the cooldown every time he procs each of those hits. So
True. True.
yeah, this is can be very strong. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's going to be a pretty big solution. We might see
Yeah,
him
that's
come back
cool.
a little bit here. That's
That
pretty
is
big, honestly.
cool.
It's one of his best abilities, and can be pretty crazy if you do it well, if you execute well. Next up, we got Mordekaiser. Q Obliterate. The Everything is pretty much the same except the AP percentage scaling is going up by 10%. So that's actually pretty nice for me at least. I know a lot of people were reading this and were like they assume you're going like tank Mordekaiser or like bruisery maybe. But personally, I go the kind of full AP with um, the Omnivamp mythic. I can't think of the
Yeah.
name. And
Rift Maker or what is
yes,
that?
Riftmaker
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Demonic Embrace and then
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
uh, stuff like that. Red Ice, obviously. So I really like this. It's really good. Um, it's not like too crazy or anything either, but definitely I'd say substantial. Um, and then the R Ramble Death. Now you can't. It doesn't really cancel basically if you walk into a bush. Is basically the gist of it. Um, Sometimes it's similar to like Cho'Gath R. Sometimes it get canceled if you walk into a bush while he's trying to cast it still. Stuff like that. Similar type of thing works with Mordekaiser, and it'll just get canceled. Usually it doesn't go full cooldown, but yeah, it can be annoying. So now it doesn't do that anymore. So there you go.
Yeah, I think that's good quality of life change.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's nice.
I like it.
Kiana, we haven't seen Kiana changes in a minute, I feel. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't think we have.
a little bit.
So Kiana, base mana and mana growth increase. So she's just getting more mana, 325 to 375. And then her mana growth is actually up by 10. So that can start to stack up
Yeah,
for
for sure.
sure.
Yeah,
But
it's like at least an extra ability cast just from the base mana, and then like by level 5 or 6, you're already getting an extra like 50. So,
yeah, and then I kind of glanced up to see because I couldn't remember. And yeah, I think some Kianas, because I have noticed some of them will go the Mana Moon
yep,
build.
yep.
So you have to remember this can equate to just more damage as well.
Yeah,
For
for sure.
Kianas that are going that build. So yeah,
Just
nice.
don't need to buy tier quite as badly, but you can if you want to, I guess.
Yep.
All right, and then Talon's up next. Got a quality of life change when cast at range. Q will now reset Talon's attack timer. So when you're melee, it already does this. You just get like a quick stab after you press Q from your
Yep.
auto, and now it does this at max range as well, or well,
Nice.
just any range. So very cool.
Yep. What is
Vel'Koz. This
Vel'Koz?
have you heard
So
about the controversy about this?
heard Vel'Koz mains have not been they've been upset about some stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's see. Let's see what's going on here. So these are just bug fixes, which is interesting because normally they don't put bug fixes in the proper patch notes
Mm,
unless they're like a big deal. They normally put them at the bottom. But uh, yeah, here we go. Changes weren't quite ready to ship. So W fixed a bug where the first half of the riff would fizzle if Vel'Koz died directly after casting. Um, so I assume it just channels all the way through, even if he dies. Um, and then E fixed the bug where the spell would fizzle out when Vel'Koz flashed or is knocked back at max range. Tectonic Disruption's missile will now spawn at Vel'Koz's original location if he flashes or is knocked back. So just like some kind of odd little bugs that I guess they wanted to address.
yep.
And yeah, what was the are these bugs the things that the Vel'Koz players were upset about?
Yes, but they think he needs more. He's apparently like
Ah,
super, super low win rate, which is like, I don't know,
yeah,
45% maybe or something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
And they're mad at a lot of things, but this is a little bit of it. So, but I think they're going to
Okay,
be following up some stuff. You might see
sure.
it in that what is it, 13.24b
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I
Um,
see they say they have some more, but they weren't ready to ship them yet. So yeah, okay.
yeah, but
Keep waiting, Vel'Koz players.
yeah,
Keep waiting.
it was a lot of stuff. I didn't really catch everything, but that was the main stuff.
Got it, got it, got it. Okay.
um, But yeah, all right. We got Zeri up next. AD growth going from 1.3 to 2, so that's not exactly too small. So something. W ultrasonic laser is also going up by it looks like 10 based flat damage every
Yep.
every level. So that's a
Yup,
little
yup.
bit of damage. Not too crazy, but something.
Yep.
I think it's fine. I
It's
don't see a
fine.
problem with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, it seems fine. As long as they don't like crank the AP scaling on that again, I think
Yeah,
it's fine.
true, true. All right, and then we got the ring season schedule update. So it is going. Split 2 is going to end on January 9th at whatever time, depending on where you are at. Um, and then the season 2024 split will start on January 10th at
Hmm.
these times. So
No
yeah,
downtime this year. It ends and then we go.
exactly. No preseason. We just got straight into the next one.
Yep.
But yeah, all right, that's cool. And then Arena returns, of course, in this patch as well. We're gonna probably do a separate patch note for that, I think. And then got some ARAM balance changes. It looks like up next. I'm just gonna skip those. A lot of the changes, very small actually here. That's interesting. Ash is back to being good again. No, I'm just kidding. And then ARAM Cup looks like it's happening. Oh, it already happened. Uh,
Yep, and it's done. And
yep,
it's done.
yep, yep.
Yep.
And then Mythic Shop rotation, a lot of stuff now available. Some Ash, I like that. Okay, I'll have to check that out. And then leaving Mythic Shop, my namesake is gone. No, I'm just kidding. A bunch of different stuff. Neopax Jax, so better grab that while you still can, unless it already is gone, in which case, RIP. Um, got some bug fixes and quality of life. I like that they change it from like different like regular bug fixes like gameplay and then cosmetic. Um, I really like that because this is actually like most of the stuff that I would look at is going to be this type of stuff, and I usually have to like sort through it all um, to find that stuff, but it's really cool.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So now
Yeah.
it's really cool. I like it. Really good. And we got a bunch of skins and chromas. Crystallis Motus Ash, Winterblast Camille, Winterblast Thresh, Senna, Silas, Annie, Hecarim, Lucian, Hui, and Prestige Winterblast Camille. Got some like crystal ice little what are those blades I guess on her legs.
Yeah, yeah. Ice skates, man. They're ice skates in
There
this.
you go. There you go. All right. Well, I already bought the Senna one, um, and I'm trying to get the border with the missions. So definitely get into the Winterblast event while you are here. I don't think that's the name for it, but there is an event going on in League right now, so check that out. But that's pretty much wraps us up for this patch. Any final thoughts, Drew?
Nope, no. Good patch
Yeah.
and good patch, and yeah, maybe the last one of the year, unless they do that little halfway patch, patch 1324B. So
Yeah.
we will see.
100%. All right. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll catch you later. Peace.